is going to be chatting to Kasing and the local hero, Hyanin.
Thank you, Quick Shot. I'm joined by Kasing and Hyanin after that incredible series. Now, first off, Hyanin, did you feel like you had a home field advantage here? Because no one can deny you played out of your mind today.
I just know that... Yeah, I really wanted to go to World, so yeah, I felt like I had to step up a bit today.
Just really wanted to go to Worlds. Now, Kasing, you guys have been criticized a little for maybe losing your strategic edge, but do you feel that H2K have returned to the point when you first joined the team? Have they found that spark once again?
Well, since we won like a third place again, so I guess, yeah, like we actually won for once. But yeah, I feel like everyone played super good, especially Hyanin. But don't think he could have done that without my fresh, but still. He played really, really good though, and I'm proud of him.
Yeah, it was an incredible series. Now, Hyanin, looking at your team right now, in that series, Unicorns of Love, they can throw a lot of curveballs. We saw the KO come out once again, and we saw the Gangplank as well. How did you adapt to that, and how was it so easy for you to take that 3-0?
I think Gangplank was quite annoying, but the Kale was like he started to split and we just look for places around the map, and that's not as hard to play against if he doesn't get super fed. So I think Gangplank was the hardest to play against of those two.
Yeah, well, for sure. Now, last one here, Kasing, you were talking about how important this series is to you, and now that you've won it, you're so close to the Worlds right now. You've secured at least a first seed in the regionals, and if Fnatic win tomorrow, you will be in Worlds. What did this series mean to you?
Well, I just think hashtag Fnatic win. That's all I can say. But I can't really explain in words how happy I am right now, because there's still one more step until, yeah, my actual dream is like will come true. So.
Well, one last step. Once again, congratulations, gentlemen, on that win. We're going to throw it over to the analysts to take a look at that series.
Well, FNC win or OG win, that's tomorrow. But today it was H2K win in 3-0, which funnily enough ends them up in the same position they were in when the spring playoffs rolled around. Let's see what we can take out of this series for both teams, though. Starting maybe with the Unicorns of Love as well and pick some bans. And, well, it's the story we've been telling. The AD carry and the bans that they could focus on the mid lane has told this entire series.
I feel like VODS and Tristana did a good job.
Yeah.
I'm happy that both Swedish players actually really stepped up, went back to their Swedish roots, played like Vikings, really, you know, really pushed for it. For Valhalla, you know? And with that in mind, it's like the KO is the thing that I need to criticize, because the thing with Devourer is you want to get sated, but you leave your teammates starved.
Yes, and that's such a massive point. Like, last time I almost hated the Kale. This time I just severely dislike the Kale, because there is a target for the ultimate now to go on in VODS. Although Unicorns don't really play around their AD carry all that well often. The one person that however, that got starved was Horo. Yeah. So much of that jungle was taken away. Once Paraweevil actually got himself out into the jungle, started taking camps. Horo was like level 11 when Lulex was level 13. Yeah. It makes the ability for Horo to do anything, item-wise he was behind, experience, everything just starved Horo, and it's a big problem for the Unicorns.
It is, and it's funny how it's gone from a big good thing for them in the quarterfinals to kind of something they have to work on now, but that might also be normal because in the end he has only been on the team for a couple of weeks. Yet, on the other side, Lulex, so many questions, so much criticism, and a lot of it honestly deserved, but that was amazing how he stepped up in this one. Not perfect, but especially that early game pressure that H2K likes to play around.
I feel like in the final game we got to see Lulex's final form, but it's also important to note that it's very hard to judge a jungler because it's really dependent on how the team is doing. Because in this series, like Horo, if you just take a look at this series, he looked kind of bad as well. But usually, like a jungler has to be judged based on how the team is doing. And the team is doing well, Lu is going to do well as well. So that's really important to keep in mind.
Yeah, a lot of people stepping up in that team, but one person in particular looking at the game through all three games overall, and we'd like to highlight the OP play of H2K's AD carry, Hjarnan. He is our player of the series with a 25.5 KDA and 82% kill participation. Well, a lot of people did really well on H2K, almost everybody, but here to take that home crowd advantage and take it to the next level, even though VODS also showed his best. That is nice thing.
Yes, I mean, Hjanen stepping up big time. Kasing wanted to put himself in there with the whole, he couldn't do it without my Thresh. Well, there were a lot of plays that Hjanen made without Thresh by his side, but, you know, good to see Hjanen back up to this top form that we've seen him in before. It's been a little while, I have to feel, since Hjanen's put on a performance like that.
I'm really happy that usually when I looked at Hjanen, I saw him as consistent and he pushed his limit to 80%. But in this series, he pushed what his champion could do to 99.9%. I'm not ready to say 100% because, but still, this series was really, really good from Hjanen.
And I think just from H2K in general, there was a big improvement over what we saw against Origin, specifically from kind of the warding synergy. Lulex had about 35% more wards placed in this game. He finally started buying Sightstone. Kasing bought 39 pinks in 3 games to Hylissang's 10. What H2K did was put down the wards, control the vision, and punished Unicorns for the most part. There were a couple of slip-ups here and there, but it was a good adaptation by H2K. We'll now have to see whether they can continue that growth.
Yeah, definitely a step in the right direction for H2K. We do want to highlight something from the UOL side of things. You guys at home were calling out your own big plays, and Lucas Nees tweeted, he does it again. Here is your LCS big play of the day.
Who will it be? Unicorns, they're too late to this party. Baron is going to go down shortly. Horo's coming in. Unicorns of Love may be able to do something with this.
I was sitting here, actually, we can cheat a little bit because you can watch on the actual in-game. I was like, it's gonna happen again. And it did. It's incredible, and at least they got that to take away from it. A little bit of magic is still there, but for the Unicorns in general, it's just not enough. All in all, they still have the gauntlet to run through. Do you think that there are things that they can fix in time for that to make it to Worlds? And again, that question comes into part, would they be a good representative in that?
Ooh, that's a big question. Can they fix it? Because we've asked this question time and time again. Can they fix these issues?
Yeah,
Can
true.
they fix it? They come week to week, still no Kalista. I mean, I feel like it's been enough weeks. The last time we saw it was week 4. That's enough time to put that champion
Maybe it's too
in your
early
arsenal.
for them.
Like I feel always my biggest criticism for you all is like I always like them. They're cool guys. They bring this like special flair to the league scene. But I feel like their playstyle does not work well long term.
Right.
And I feel they need probably like the rest between the seasons to fix all these issues because there's problems in lane swaps and picks. There's a lot of issues.
I think the biggest problem is the playstyle of Unicorns that people like to dub different names is not actually a style. It's their opponents making a mistake and allowing Unicorns to make picks, to make anything that they can on the map. It works well against teams that are below you. The teams above you will make a couple of mistakes, and if you can capitalize on them, sometimes they'll end up in a win. But on a world stage, those opportunities are not going to come up very often. So Unicorns have to make their own play better before they can look to contend on that stage.
Yeah.
For sure.
I think that is fair, and that is third place settled here. Just one match left before our playoff bracket is complete, so let's take a look at it. Of course, Fnatic and Origin, they will go at it tomorrow for the Summer Championship and the #1 European seed at World. That also means with third place locked in, H2K will be watching closely. Kasing was saying it already, that he wants Fnatic to win, because H2K will then hold the highest number of championship points after Fnatic and go to Worlds. If OG won, though, it's another story.
It is a different story, because then Origin will go in the first seed into Worlds from Europe. H2K will have the #1 seed for the regional qualifier, meaning there'd be one best of 5 away from a World spot, but it would not be guaranteed to them. Fnatic, in that point, would take the second seed based on points.
That does also mean that UOL is in there, of course, now in or will be in that scenario in the regional qualifier. How are you looking at your chances?
Revenge.
Revenge time. Well, we will see. That is coming up later, of course. But everything from championship points to regional qualifier seeding will be all locked in tomorrow as Fnatic face Origin in the title match for the European LCS Summer Championship. And after we settle the score here in Stockholm, it's North America's turn as they go live from Madison Square Garden, and Counter Logic Gaming goes up against TSM for the #1 spot in the NALCS. Everywhere we go.
TSM.
Team Sweden mid.
Team Sweden mid. That
It's not Sweden, it's Danish, but you know, he's European, we'll claim him, it's fine.
In any case, amazing matchups today, of course, in the NALCS as well. Tomorrow, 2 fantastic finals. Crazy stuff, and our coverage begins right here in Stockholm's Hovet. Arena at 5 p.m. Central European Time. That is 8 a.m. Pacific. But until then, it is time to sign off and get ready for the North American LCS clash between Team Liquid and Impulse, which begins later today. From all of us here in Stockholm, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. Hey, hey.